In Politics and Money today, Bernie Sanders will be sitting down with President Obama. Joining me now is Alba Alexander. She's an associate professor in political science at UIC, here to talk more about the political scene. Good to have you on the show.
Good to be here.
So what did you make of the California primary? Did that tell us a lot about this election?
Okay, first of all, what was politically at stake? California primary has had the problem of being sidelined historically, and that it usually occurs at the end of the election cycle. And the most populous state, where 1 in 8 people live, is generally least choices at that point in the election. But this time it was meaningful.
And how so? Because I think a lot of people thought that Bernie Sanders would have a better showing, and Hillary Clinton, in fact, came out clearly the victor.
So if you look back to the start of the primaries back in February, things look very different. Bernie Sanders looked like a long shot. He was running 40 to 50 points behind Hillary Clinton in most states. On the day of the election, it was projected to be a dead heat between the two.
Correct.
And Sanders expected that even though this wouldn't clinch the nomination for him and put him in the lead, it would allow him to go to the convention and fight for superdelegates and to influence the policy platform.
Does this mean that Hillary Clinton is now beginning to build momentum with some of the feel the burn people out there, people who are strongly on the liberal side and are fighting for justice and equality and all the issues that Bernie has championed?
This is the question. According to many accounts, about 4 out of 5 of the Sanders supporters have said that they would vote for Clinton if she is the presidential nominee. But there is the 1 out of 5 or even 1 out of 4 Sanders supporters who are resistant to voting for Hillary Clinton, and they were attracted to policies of Sanders as an independent with their own record of being independents that she is unlikely to push for.
Do you think it comes down to a matter of economics for voters out there who are deciding between Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders?
So if you look at California seemed to be prime economic territory for Bernie Sanders' message that he made central of income and wealth inequality. It's the state that hosts the most number of super rich in the U.S. According to Forbes, that is about 111 billionaires. But it's also a state that exhibits the highest poverty rate in the country, at about 23.5%. That compares to even Mississippi, that is at 20%. So the question is, the hardcore of Bernie's supporters, the 20 to 25%, for them, they were attracted to Sanders for policies that he proposed about increasing taxation on the highest income earners, on corporations, on financial transactions, regulating Wall Street and the banks, and also universal health care, movement toward free public education, free college education. And Clinton now, it appears, is needing to reach out to moderate Republicans. So can she both please moderate Republicans and this hardcore group of Sanders supporters who will not be persuaded by simply a fear of Donald Trump?
Going to be interesting. Thank you for coming on the show.
It's a pleasure.